Your own understanding, truth under Babylon's empiricism. What up? People, people. We have to do better. We have to do better. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something that just happened not too long ago. And I want the men in the community to really think about this. I know it's hard. I know it's a lot of things to focus on out here. Um, but we have to keep perspective. We have to maintain and understand what's the most important, especially right now. So I'm on my way to a client's house to do a job, and it's in Philadelphia. So, you know, Philadelphia is a big city like any other big city. You know, you got tall buildings and shit. You got you know, the immediate suburbs, right outside the big cities. Those streets can be cramped. You know, there could be a lot of traffic on those streets. A lot of houses. They cram a lot of houses together. So everyone has cars. They turned everyone into robots. So everyone has their robot, jumpsuit outside in front of their house. Suit after suit after suit after suit. So all these suits are lined up on this little skinny ass street that they give you. It's no bigger than an alley. There's no parking. So, you know, I got things that I bring with me, to do some of the jobs that I do as a contractor. You know, with me in my trunk or whatever, or somewhere else. And for this particular job, I got to get access to the house, safe access. So not only are the streets small, to the point where you're actually at a crawl trying to get down these streets, but you got folks that set up shop. You know, what I'm talking about. They set up shop in the neighborhood. And they got their scouts out and they doing what they do early in the morning, whatever time of the day. You know, I understand what their life is like. I understand what you're doing. So because of all the hustle and bustle, because of all the traffic and all the how condensed everything is, you know, you got utilities, you got services, you got trucks that block some of the streets off. So there's no access to this street. So I got to back down another street to get to this street. So as I'm backing down the street to get to another street where the customer is, obviously you got people out there that have set up shop, and whatever their history is, they have to keep their head on a swivel. At any suspect kind of activity, you got to keep your head on a swivel. I could dig it, understand, but fellas, you know, we have to think about, what's most important. I understand you trying to protect yourself. You don't know what could happen out here. It could be anything. It could be the op. I look like an op. You know, I know how I look, but if I was a different skin tone, but the same winter wear or the same outfit or whatever the case may be, you know, would it be have this been the same reaction or a similar reaction? Or when you see that, I look like you, do you get even more afraid? That's where the problem comes in. So now as I'm backing down the street, what I look like is an op, I guess. So they looking at me like I could be an op, you know. So subsequently, you're gonna be starting to reach, start to do your thing, starting to protect yourself, So that's the mode they got in. They got in the protect yourself mode. They want to go get in their posture or go get to their little activities in their suits they got nearby, head to the car, reach in the trunk or whatever. And these are the things that's on your mind, in the immediate forefront of your mind. This is what you out here focusing on, you know. Head on a swivel looking for the op that look like you. And the whole time, all around you, your whole life is crumbling. Outside of what you're trying to scramble to get a little piece for, a little piece of. Your life is crumbling around you. You know, you have the biggest op ready to kill you and everybody that look like you. And you worry about somebody that looks like you on a little micro level. From a situation that you created, from the decisions you made. Regardless of the circumstances behind why you made those decisions, you are where you are. You're doing what you're doing. But you're not focusing on a bigger picture, man. Like you can make a mistake, or you could be right. But how right are you in the grand scheme of things when you know you got a bigger gun pointing at your whole damn family? And this is just for a moment. You can listen to this for a moment, not even see it, but this is something I just need to put out there because there's a lot of ops on different levels, that look like you, that don't look like you. But when it comes to the big picture, when it comes to principles, when it comes to just the grand scheme of your existence, of your life, of what's most important, who's the real op? And what are you actually really doing in this moment? Which is going to lead up to many moments along down the line. This is what is going to define us, for the next moments to come, the many moments to come after this moment is gone. There's going to be more moments. And how are we going to live, throughout our ancestral line as it goes forward? How are we going to be perceived right now as now, when we break it down into what they call time, and they look back at what were we actually doing? Like, we understood the plight and the mistakes of our ancestors, and we're going to provide the same type of fucking memory and notions for our future people that look back on this stage in our existence to say, well, what did they do? Why are we so, are you even going to have that kind of notion at that point? Because by the point that I'm speaking of, it's going to be, everything's going to be automation. Everything's going to be automated, including you and me. So we're not even going to have those memories of what it used to be or what the struggle was. Like, I don't know how else to say this shit. I speak it. I speak it in poem. I rap it. You know what I mean? I tell you directly to your face. I speak a metaphor. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to say it. Like, I could paint it down, put it on T-shirts and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, they coming for us. I said that years ago, man. They're here now. They've been here. This is what it is. This is what they have us. They have us back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, about face from our brother, looking at a red dot.